So everybody's excited about a first-person shooter that's not made by Activision. This has got people really hyped up. I'm talking about Battlefield 6, and it's finally here, but it might be bad timing. So let me explain real quick. Black Ops 7 comes out in a month. I'll be honest with you, I think BF6 got hyped up, and I think people are going to get bored with this game pretty fast, and what I think's going to happen is everybody's just going to go right back to Call of Duty.
How dare you!
I'm not saying that this is a good thing, and I'm actually going to dive into that some more. Let's talk about the initial excitement, the scale, the visuals, the chaos, everything that's happening on screen. It's a lot with Battlefield 6. If you ask me, a little too much. It's not really a game for me. I played the beta, wasn't a huge fan. You can come after me in the comments. I don't care. It's just not for me. I'm more of a gunplay guy, and I'm sorry, but Call of Duty really does have the gunplay down packed. The sounds, the movement, when it works. And then the guns themselves, this Cold War era weapons that we have in Warzone right now, these are peak weapons in Call of Duty. Look, people tend to get burned out pretty quick with the Battlefield games. Unfortunately, there's just a lack of identity. It's gameplay that's fun, but not addicting. Battlefield games are like summer blockbusters. They're loud, they're explosives, but you really don't remember what you just watched. Explain how every time another first-person shooter comes out, COD just waits it out. Call of Duty doesn't compete with other games anymore. It just lets them run out of gas. Unfortunately, this is just the name of the game. When you have a studio as big as Activision, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, there's really no competition. I think Black Ops 7 is gonna flop. I don't think it's gonna sell really well. I think it will sell copies, but it's not gonna do well as previous titles. I don't even think it's gonna get close, to be honest with you. Let's talk about Warzone, because this is really what I'm worried about. With the BO7's new mechanics, I don't think it's going to really blend well with Warzone. I don't really see the direction they're going with the perks now is going to really translate into great gameplay for Warzone. And then the guns themselves, are they going to put futuristic weapons in Warzone? I don't know. I really hope that's not the case, but if they do, this might be it for me. I might not play Warzone anymore. If the weapons and movement carry over with the broken balance, if they don't, the community splits again. COD constantly reboots and integrates the main game with Warzone, and it's really unnecessary. I feel like Warzone needs to be a standalone game. At this point, it's not even about what shooter is better. It's about which one can keep your attention the longest before we get tired and move on. What Battlefield 6 is trying to go for is more of just slower gunplay. You're not trying to hit clips, destructive environments, more strategic, more tactical. I'll be honest with you, playing the beta, I don't know what it is they're going for. I don't know if when people play tested this game, they're like, oh, this is a good time. I mean, I played 3 matches and I was over it. I'm not a great example when it comes to testing video games. There's guys that poured 40, 80 plus hours into the beta. That's not me. But just going off the casual experience, if I were to just get on, dude, I'd get right off. I don't want to play. With Black Ops 7, I'm really not looking forward to them integrating the main game and their mechanics and weapons into Warzone. I really want Warzone to be its own thing. Warzone is a bunch of bullshit. One thing Battlefield 6 isn't trying to do is get you addicted. It's not trying to do all this EOMM stuff, skill-based matchmaking, at least not that I know of. Call of Duty is. These are retention metrics. These are the things that they have to do to keep you engaged. It is partially our fault. I've said this in previous videos where we're the ones to blame. They're looking at how we play our video games, building and designing their games around that. A lot of people love that gambling shit. They're basically casinos with respawns. I was playing Warzone today, and you could just tell what the game's doing. Like, your bullets don't matter. It doesn't matter if you have the drop, your movement gets nerfed, server-side problems, all the bullshit. Is there skill-based damage? That is still an argument. That's not confirmed. I've showed it in videos where, like, there's definitely some suspicious things happening, and it's very possible that they're throttling you and nerfing you in the match, and that's probably real. But as far as aim manipulation, I don't really think that's there. I think a lot of that was just in my settings. I had guys in the comments talking about it, and I watched some pro players, and it was like a lot of my settings were just messed up. I play on 1.6, 1.6. A lot of pros play at 1.5. But this is what's important, and it's the dead zone inputs. Go ahead and look at this, and you can copy it if you want. Try it out. Left stick max at 50, left stick minimum 0. Now, this is how you get that real sticky aim. This is how you prevent a lot of that kickoff. I don't even know why that's in the game. I don't even know why dead zones exist, but it does. And if you're playing on mouse and keyboard, You just go back to controller. If you want to get good at mouse and key, it's going to take thousands of hours. I'm being honest with you. If you want to pour thousands of hours in M&K, go for it. But I don't think it's worth it. I went back. I did it. I did the M&K thing. Got off real quick. And that's kind of how the whole rigged videos started in the first place. I mean, this really is not a good time for Call of Duty. This isn't a good time for Call of Duty fans, guys that are really into the game. A lot of them are just over it. Die-hard Call of Duty guys that buy the game every year, they're not getting this one. I played the beta. I don't know why people said the beta was fun. The beta was awful. I ran into cheaters my second match. I don't know if you guys know who Glenn Schofield is, but he was part of Sledgehammer Games. He was part of Modern Warfare 3 and then Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty World War II. Now, he left the studio in 2019. He's worried about the direction the franchise is going in now that it's been under new management. Activision, Blizzard were acquired by Microsoft. Because of this, I think the quality has declined, especially for Call of Duty games. Modern Warfare 19 is probably the last great Call of Duty. Even though they introduced SBMM in the multiplayer, that game, the gunplay, the new engine, the movement, all of that was really awesome. And it was a great step forward for the Call of Duty franchise. Unfortunately, they've just pushed too hard on skill-based matchmaking. They've pushed too hard on engagement optimized matchmaking, and they just turned it into something it didn't need to be. That's where we're at. And when you have, a company like Microsoft consume you, this is to be expected. I wouldn't count on Call of Duty having the quality that we're looking for in these types of titles. Now, if Black Ops 7 flops, maybe they'll take a step back. If it doesn't, if it sells well, they're gonna keep doing yearly releases. There's no reason we should be getting a Call of Duty game every year. I think 3 years. Honestly, every 3 years, you want to push out a new game. Warzone needs to be its own game. Release your base game separately, do your own thing, have those studios do their thing for that game, and then Warzone should be handled by Infinity Ward. If Treyarch wants to have a battle royale, then they can do their Blackout. Real simple. Maybe it's not that simple. It's simple, me saying it. Executing it might be more difficult, but this is what, just as a consumer, I think this is going to go better for them in the long run if they do something like this. If they keep going down this road that they're going down now, they're just going to crash out. But guys, what do you think? What's going to happen now that Black Ops 7 is coming out in a month? What's happening now with BF6? Are you guys playing the game? Do you like it? And could you see yourself playing this for the next year? What's DICE going to do? Are they going to roll out updates, or they're going to have a battle pass? What are they going to do to keep this game interesting? Because I just don't see it going very far. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up for me. Talk shit down in the comments. Until the next one, I'm out of here.